is to have a short recorded webinar will be available in our portal later on. We would also send you the slides just to cover diverse topics. Ours today is going to be our cloud services. Many of you are familiar with them. Some of you are not. The intention or the focus is on sales. And so we're going to touch on a few points, and obviously there may be questions generated that you may have later on. We'll be happy to answer those later, or follow up with an email to sales@epygi.com, or you can email to me directly, mario.cuello@epygi.com. So let's not waste any time and just get into it right now here. All right. A little bit about Epygi, just one slide here. We're 30 employees in 3 locations. We're about 23 years in business, started in the year 2000, develop all the products from scratch. It is not based on any kind of Asterisk platform or similar open source. Polish over the years, and we continue to polish the product in the sense of adding features and so forth. But right now it's very stable, and it is proprietary, as I mentioned. We've been doing gateways and appliances, PBX appliances initially, and then we started doing cloud services 4 years ago, having 2 products, ECMon monitoring platform and the ECQX Cloud PBX. We started focusing on small to medium enterprise, but now we pretty much attack verticals. Contact centers, hospitality, health, education institutions, government, multi-site, and pretty much with features and functionalities that tailor to those verticals. And our philosophy is service. We feel that at the end of the day, we can give you a good product, but we need to provide you the service. And that means in training, in support, in assistance for you to be able to be successful. These products are complicated as they are. And the idea is for you to have time to sell, and we give you the assistance to be able to make that happen and resolve technical issues. So a couple of slides on what is the advantage of Epygi to the channel, that is to you. First of all, our products are mature, feature-rich, and they're good quality, and they're very reliable. Okay, like I said, we have 22 years of time to be able to bring them to what they are today. You don't have to pay any maintenance for software updates. You just do that through our portal. In the case of the cloud, we'll take care of that ourselves. By the way, if we do a software maintenance on your cloud instance, we will ask you first if you when we can do it, to schedule that. And if you don't want to do it, we will not do it. But we're just not going to do it arbitrarily. 2 items in here. You can bring your own SIP endpoint phones. We don't make phones, and we don't force you to use our phone. And you can also bring whatever SIP trunk you like. We're not in the business of doing SIP trunk. We're just in the business of hosted PBX. We do have an eco software phone that is very popular, getting a lot of usage nowadays. Is to some extent customizable. You can change the logo, you can change the banner on the phone and have your own to give you some customization when you install that on your customers. We have an excellent technical support team. Epygi has about 30 employees, and most of them are engineering and support validation jobs. And we have a very strong influence in our development team to assist in support. The product is constantly improving. We always have releases with, some bug fixes here and there, but there's always some new little feature added. Most of them are coming from the field. And the idea is, tell us what you need on the product, and if it makes sense, we'll add it for you. Things that you may not be able to do with a competitor product, where you don't really have the opportunity to influence what goes in the software. There's no hidden or upfront cost. Everything is very clear. We don't have setup fees or anything like that on the cloud solution. And we have very good price points. We sell to you, and our intent is to allow you to have enough margin that you can, when you resell the product, so that makes it attractive for you to carry Epygi. And we have the best of both worlds. We got cloud and on-premise products. So the GUI is the same for both. So if you're familiar with one, you can do the other, and you don't have to use a separate product for cloud or for on-premise. You get everything with Epygi. We have what we call an enhanced Epygi ecosystem. The features on the product today are very complete. Now we focus more on adding relationships to other functions. And here's just a list of some of them. We do integrate with MS Teams. We work with MS Teams. You don't have to pay anything to Epygi to integrate to Teams. You just have to follow the Teams rules and order the proper licenses. We also have a CRM integration with Epygi and Salesforce, and we're adding other CRM vendors in the list. We also work with hospitality PMS systems through middleware partners, Char and Tiger TMS. They essentially offer a piece of software that connects to our PBX and also connects to most of all, if not all, of the PMS systems out there in the market for hotel management. So instead of us integrating with the PMS directly, which is a lot of burden, there's too many of them, we have worked with these partners who are experts in that side of the solution. We also have WebRTC in our high-end appliances, and in the cloud, we have WebRTC capability. So you can receive calls from any WebRTC device browser to your PBX extensions, or even use the trunks if you like. And we have Outlook click-to-dial options. Also working with many SIP endpoints besides phones, door openers, cameras, paging adapters that are usually registered as an extension to the PBX. And we also have our EasyMon cloud monitoring. We think it's an advantage for you as a channel to use that tool. It helps you tremendously. Here in the picture, you see on the right side the call history for the eCall pane, and then in the bottom you see a red button that is like a call Epygi via WebRTC. We have our web page. We'll give you the code for that for you to inject in the web page. It's very easy, just pretty much a URL link. And then on the left side, there's a little window there. It's a little bit hard to see, but it's a pop-up window for our Chrome click-to-dial. So if you have that installed, and it actually is a free extension to Chrome, if you move your mouse over a phone number on any browser, on any window open on the Chrome browser, it will pop up the window and let you place a call to that destination number and connect it to your extension. Okay, so advantages to the end user. Most of these are going to be the same as what you have with as a channel, benefit as a channel, but they pretty much extend to the end user. So the idea is to, tell you this is what is good for you as a channel to use Epygi, and these are the things that are going to be good for your end user to use Epygi. Many of them are the same. Mobility is something very important for end users nowadays, especially on the SMB space. So, work from home, office, or anywhere, we got functionality that would allow you to be very mobile, including, for example, the eCall soft phone. Clear voice. Our voice is very clear, well polished. You can use different codecs if you like, or stick to G711, which is what most of the people are doing nowadays. But we also have, for example, Opus, which came in recently. So we have clear voice. As long as you have a good packet delivery from point A to point B, you're going to get very good clear voice. Secure system. Our systems are not open to any solution to be installed in either the appliances and obviously on the cloud. And you can secure on the appliance side using activating firewalls. You can also do it on the cloud side and activate, for example, SIP intrusion detection or diagnostics for passwords and code routing tables, so that you have strong, secure system. Feature rich, very reliable, very flexible. Many SIP endpoints can be used. Your customer is not tied up and forced to be using a new phone, because a lot of these phones out there that are SIP will be auto-configured by our system. Soon to be added SMS. It's a new feature we're going to add. Talk about that at the end of the presentation. And they can use their SIP trunk provider. So whether you as a channel provide them the SIP trunk bundle with a PBX, or you tell them to go buy it directly and connect to it, is up to you. Is flexibility to the end user. And one more thing is advanced functional tailored for end user business needs. And that is important, because we will help you position, depending on your customer's needs, the features that will be useful to them. The idea is to give you the possibility to customize the product a little bit better than any other standardized cloud offering, so that your customer gains from that experience and have something extra than just a basic hosted PBX functionality. The screen on the right shows our new SMS. It's a conversation, different participants, different colors. We're just playing with it now. We'll have it released in a month or so. Okay, so let's talk about our cloud services. Obviously, to us, it's important, and we desire cloud installations more than on-prem, because it's recurring revenue. I mean, on-prem, our products are installed, they run for 15 years. You don't hardly make any money on that besides the initial sale. Now, you as a reseller obviously can have different services or changes to configuration, but us as a vendor is pretty much a one-time sale. So we love to be able to have people use our cloud, right? And we do have two products or two services on the cloud. One is a monitoring tool, ECMon, which is a tool for you as an integrator to use. And the other one is the ECQX PBX, which is a virtualized flavor of our appliance software for the cloud. It is instance-based and essentially gives you the same functionality as our PBX appliance. So advantages of our ECQX over other solutions. Again, solid platform. We run it redundantly on our cloud. So when you subscribe an instance with us, we run a master and a slave synchronized in different cloud providers. So that, and they're synchronized. The master usually is the one that runs the functionality. If it fails, the slave will take over immediately. And that is included on our cloud, hosted cloud service. Advanced functions, I'm listing a couple of them here that are typically not in other products. Park and page is a good one. Alarm reporting, dial notifications. And of course, we have some that you can subscribe to individually, such as call recording, audio conference, and so forth. You can monitor the system via the ECMon platform, very good pricing, and we don't sell to end users. That's very important. Some other hosted platforms sell to you as a reseller, but then they circumvent you and end up selling to the end user directly. Freedom to use your own SIP endpoint and SIP trunk. The maintenance and the support is included in our offering. There's no long-term contracts. You don't have to have a 3 or 5 year contract with Epygi. And it includes the eco soft phone for each extension. Now, okay, so our Epygi hosted, and I want to clarify that because we do have another option I'll mention in a minute, but the ECQX that is Epygi hosted, again, is an instance that we activate per customer. It is not a multi-tenant solution, but we'll take care of that. We'll activate an individual instance for your customer in the cloud. And then you go in once you get the credentials from us and you configure it via the GUI, same way you would do an on-premise appliance. We provide an account for you as a reseller in our portal, epygicloud.com. And in that account, you can log in and then you can go to the store, select items, like, for example, activating an ECQX instance, or adding extensions to an existing one, or adding call recording, receptionist for eCall, or soft phone capability to existing instances. So it's a la carte. You order these items, and then you go to the checkout. And at the end, once you check everything and provide required information, then you do the checkout via PayPal, and we charge your PayPal account prorated when you start the service until the end of the month. And then the first of the following month, we will charge you on a monthly basis that amount to your PayPal account, which is essentially on your credit card. So very easy. If you want to make adjustments, if you want to, for example, remove extensions or remove call recording, you can do that anytime. It will be activated on the following month. So very simple, very non-restrictive. And if you want to test this, just let us know. We'll let you have a 30-day free cloud instance with support for you to come up to speed. Here are some of the icons that we have on the cloud portal. And I'm going to describe them here in this next slide. So you can order EC2 instances in bundles of 3 extensions. That's the smallest, 5, 10, 20, or 40. And the price gets cheaper as you go in the higher extension count. You can also add individual extensions. So let's say you have 10 and now you need 12. You can just add 2 more. And so order extensions independently. It comes with audio conference ports, but if you want to add additional ones, and these are simultaneous participant ports, you can do so on the store, or you can add CRM integration for vTiger, Salesforce, or the call center bundle. Now, call center bundle is a combination of features that normally are activated via license in our appliances. Here we bundle those on a call center package, and those include Epygi ACD console for supervisors and agents on inbound calls and queues, automatic call distribution for creating the queues, and then 2 products, automatic outbound calling and auto dialer for outbound campaigns. And then we also have barge in that bundle. So for call center stuff, get with me, and I have separate presentations that we can cover, give you an idea in more detail of this functionality. You can also order additional eCall soft phones if you want to have more than one to a customer, or call recording ports. All right. There's another way to host ECQX, and that is what we call the ISO. And in this case, it is not hosted by Epygi. In this case, we'll give you the software, we'll activate licenses for you for instances, and then you install that in your own cloud. It could be boxes in your own facility, in your own lab. It could be co-located, and typically you can install on VMware or Hyper-V or AWS or on a bare metal box. Usually it's very good software performance. So we do, here's an example with VMware, having a CPU with 8 cores at 2 gigahertz, 32 gig of RAM, and 2 gig of storage. You can pretty much run between 20 and 32 instances with 10 simultaneous calls each at the same time. So it gives you an idea of the performance. What we do is we also give you an ECMON account so that these instances are going to show on ECMON, and it's included on the price. And actually, it is a requirement. You know, if you do your own ISO, you must connect to ECMON, because that is a way that we validate the license on your instances, right? Now, you can install, once we give you the credentials, you install the software on whatever hardware you like, and then if you want to move it somewhere else, you can do that as you wish, because the software is not tied up to any kind of hardware ID or a hard drive ID. It's just connecting to our cloud and validating the license. So you're free to do that anytime, move it anywhere you like. The way we do this for the ISO, there's not a fixed price list as in our own hosted. what we do is that, we want to start with a bundle of extensions, let's say 300 extensions, and then you can use as many instances as you like to split these extensions. And we typically agree on a price, a feature bundle, and then charge you on a quarterly basis. You don't use the cloud portal for that. But again, there's no long-term contracts. We just want to have an agreement on a commitment. And, we don't want to do ISO for 10 extensions because the price is very cheap and the support and the maintenance and all that is included. So we just want to support someone for very, very little money. So, but it is available and is very popular with a lot of resellers that want to do their own cloud. So you can just use your own logo on eCall. You can also use your own logo on the GUI if you like. And what we have done is we have bundled it in basic and pro bundles just to make it easy. And most of the people use our basic bundle, but if you want to have a separate bundle, it could be discussed. Okay, that is the ECQX ISO. And obviously the price is cheaper than us hosting it. So very, very competitive in that sense to other solutions. Okay, and then now we get to our ECMon, the monitoring tool. Again, it is a service for you as a reseller to provide better service to your customers. The idea is that you can be proactive instead of reactive. And what I mean by that is that ECMon gives you a lot of alarm reporting of many conditions, and you can be alerted to that once you configure those. And for example, you have bad quality call reported on a customer in a certain extension. You may get an alarm for that, and you may call him up and say, hey, something is wrong. We're getting bad quality call. Let's see what's wrong before the customer gets very upset and calls you, and you don't want to do that. So again, be proactive and not reactive. So ECMon lets you get events for alarms. It can allows you to maintain, get additional information and maintain the customer system, particularly for the on-premise devices. It lets you do remote GUI access to it via a VPN tunnel, so it makes it easier for you to handle on-prem. But on the cloud, also lets you monitor, license the phones that are registered, concurrent call activity at a certain time of the day. That helps you maybe size a different SIP trunk provider or a different bandwidth connection. Handle your music on hold, handle your software versions. You can also save and restore configurations, update the firmware, and so forth. So essentially, you have a tool that in one place allows you to see all your devices and facilitates a lot of these activities, complementary to the cloud PBX. Now, if you want to use ECMon on an appliance, you can also do that. Also, in that case, we'll sell you a license for that. It's very cheap. It's monitoring one appliance is only $20 a year. It's a little bit more than $1 a month. All right, here are some ECMon events. For example, if the system reboots, you get an event for that. If you configure for credits on a certain route and the credits expired, you can get an alarm for that. If you're using redundancy on an on-premise and the redundancy is down, it will alarm you for that. If the call quality on a call is bad, you can get an alarm. Same, if someone logs into the system, you can also get a notification for that. So there's a lot of options for you to choose from on getting these events reported. And now we're getting to our eCall soft phone. Very popular product, again, available on your cloud instance hosted by Epygi. It's included. It is available for Windows, iPhone, and Android. So you download from the stores of the mobiles and then, or download the Windows from our portal, install it, and then just configure it, okay? It does have several features. It has a good option on directories. You can get the mobile, Outlook, and the PBX extensions shown on as a directory on eCall, or you can have favorites. You can get your voicemails, retrieve your voicemails. You can see a call history, missed calls, completed calls, and you can click to dial to recall or redial on those on that history. If you would like to use presence, you have presence status options on eCall too. And if you want to have instant messaging, it's included. You can do texting among other eCall participants in conversations. And we're adding an SMS option here, which is going to expand on that. It lets you have multiple SIP accounts and multiple line appearances per SIP account. You can upload your own logo and banner. And one of the biggest features is that it does have 20 programmable keys. And you see the picture on the right showing some of those. You can do watch extensions and intercept calls. You can have speed dials. You can do park extensions. You can also retrieve a shared voice mailbox using a key, or activate audio conferences, or activate a callback to the last number the last call that you received, or switch between day-night service, for example. So there is a tremendous amount of options. The same things you have on a BLF button on a desk phone is available to you on these multi-keys. There is also an option to activate a receptionist console. Very convenient. So if you have a receptionist, you give her eCall, install on Windows using a headset, and then activate the receptionist pane, and then he or she can see watch extensions and do whatever receptionists do using that option. And one more item is a lot of people configure eCall as a parent-child extension so that they can work from home. During COVID, it was very popular. People would leave their desk phone in the office, install eCall on their laptop or on the phone, connect it as a child extension to the desk parent, and it will be one and the same. And so a lot of people are doing that nowadays. That way, they're free to work from home, from the coffee shop, whatever they're going to be that day, which is all that part of that mobility initiative. Okay, one more slide on the roadmap. What we're working on, I already mentioned to you, we're doing SMS on eCall. It's going to be very flexible. You can have different carrier than your SIP trunk for the SMS. You're going to have either one DID assigned to eCall extension, or have a general SMS, one or many DIDs assigned to the PBX. And there are many different ways that you can use this DIDs for inbound or outbound SMS. But one of the things that we have done that is interesting is you can set up a DID, for example, for sales for SMS. And if you get text coming in from customers, it will trigger automatic conversations to a selected sales group on their eCall soft phones. And then the salespeople can reply back to that person. You can exit that conversation if you like, or mute it. And it's a very easy way for you to have your customers respond to customer requests via SMS using eCall. We're also going to have an option to have a signature on your text going out. It's optional. If you want to put there your voice number or your extension, you can do that. So I think we'll have this available in our software by the end of this month or in January. And if you want to test it, we'll be happy to let you try it. I think it gives another dimension to the solution, the fact that you can do SMS. There's also going to be records available on the PBX of all of the text conversations, so you can download that. Admin can download that for archiving or monitoring or coaching purposes. Right now, our SMS works with Clearfly SMS, with Telnex and Twilio, and others will be added. Other carriers will be added later on. Other roadmap options are we have tested with Avaya J series SIP phones Some people wanted to use Avaya open SIP type phones with Epygi. We tested those. We're going to be able to auto configure those later on. And we're adding new Yealink and FanDuel phones to the mix. And we're also trying finishing integration with third-party E911 services for enhanced location information. We're going to be announcing that next month. We have 3 partners that we're working with that on, and essentially you subscribe to their service to make sure that you meet any kind of regulatory E911 compliance that may be required from you. And we're just finishing also adding another CRM to the mix, which is a Zoho CRM.